All right, let's get into it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on social media marketing. We're going to look at how brands use the platforms you scroll every day to turn a simple post into a sale. Ready to see how the magic happens? You know that feeling, right? You're just scrolling through your feed, minding your own business, and bam, there's an ad for the exact thing you were just thinking about. It feels kind of like mind reading, but I promise you, it's not magic. It's a very, very smart strategy, and we're about to break down exactly how it works. Okay, so first things first, what are we really talking about here? We all use social media, but when does scrolling become, well, selling? Let's define it. At its heart, social media marketing is really just any time a company uses a platform like Instagram or TikTok to connect with people. But here's the key. It's so much more than just running ads. It's about building a personality, sharing cool or useful stuff, and just being part of the conversation where you're already hanging out online. And this is the playground where it all happens. We're talking about the absolute giants of the internet, each with billions of users. You've got the huge networks like Facebook and YouTube, and then you've got the more direct messaging apps like WhatsApp. Every single one offers a different way for brands to reach you. So, the big question is, why? Why do companies pour so much time and, let's be real, so much money into all this? It's not just about posting pretty pictures. There are some really big goals driving this whole thing. First up, it's just about getting their name out there. Think about it. The internet is a noisy place. Social media is one of the best ways for a brand to cut through all that noise and just make sure you know who they are and what they're all about. But, being famous isn't enough. The next step is to find people who might actually buy something. We call this generating leads. It's about moving from just being seen to finding someone who's genuinely interested in what you're selling. And then there's the whole customer journey. Social media makes it all smoother. You can discover a new brand, ask a question right there in the comments, and even get help through a direct message. It's all connected. And finally, maybe the most important one, trust. When you can talk directly to a brand, and they talk back, it stops feeling like a faceless company and starts feeling like a real relationship. It's a conversation, not just an advertisement. Okay, so that's all the theory. But what does this actually look like in practice? Let's zoom in and use the biggest social network on the planet as our example, Facebook. So Facebook marketing is basically a perfect little snapshot of everything we've been talking about. And the most important part of this definition is right there at the end. There are two main ways to do it: the unpaid or organic way and the paid way. To really make it work on Facebook, brands have a few key tools. Their business page is kind of like their home base. Then they use Facebook's incredible data to find the exact right people to talk to. They work hard to get you to like, comment, and share. And behind the scenes, they're constantly looking at the data to see what's working and what's not. All right, listen up, because this is one of the most important ideas in all of social media marketing. How does a post or an ad actually land in front of your eyes? Well, it happens in two very different ways. This slide lays it out perfectly. On the left, you have organic. Think of it like word of mouth. A company posts something, and its success depends on people like you sharing it. It's a ripple effect. But on the right, you've got paid ads. This is more like a laser beam. Brands pay to put their message directly in front of a super specific group of people, based on everything from where they live to what they're interested in. So, we've got the platforms, we've got the goals, and we've got the methods like organic and paid. But none of this works if you're just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. It has to be part of a real, thought-out strategy. So, how does that happen? Well, a real strategy is a step-by-step process. It starts with setting really clear, measurable goals. Then you have to get almost obsessive about understanding who you're trying to talk to. You also have to peek over your shoulder and see what your competitors are doing. From there, you pick the right platforms, you don't have to be everywhere, and you plan out exactly what you're going to post and when. And this quote really just nails it. At the end of the day, a strategy, especially when using paid ads, is all about getting results you can actually count. Things like how many people saw your ad, how many clicked, and of course, how many ended up buying something. So that brings us to the future. In a world where our attention is basically the most valuable thing there is, you have to wonder, what's next? How are the new platforms going to change this game all over again? The next time that perfect ad finds you, you'll know it's not an accident. It's a strategy. Something to think about, right?